For 20 long years, Gunsmoke fans sat in front of their television sets week after week, waiting for the moment when Marshal Matt Dillon and Miss Kitty would finally let their feelings show. The tension between them was so thick it could be felt in every scene they shared. A glance across the Long Branch saloon, a brief smile after a dangerous gunfight, or the gentle tone in his voice when he said her name. Yet no kiss ever came. Not once in 2 decades. It became one of television's most enduring mysteries, and audiences couldn't help but wonder why. James Arness, the tall, stoic actor behind Dillon, had his reasons, and they revealed something much deeper than most fans ever realized. He believed that some emotions should never be spoken, that love could be far more powerful when left to linger unfulfilled. Arness often said that the heart of Gunsmoke wasn't about romance or passion. It was about duty, loneliness, and the price of living by the gun. Marshal Dillon was a man tied to his badge, a symbol of law and order in a wild and dangerous land. He couldn't allow himself to love openly, not when every day might be his last. To him, kissing Miss Kitty would have been like crossing a line that his character could never return from. It would have changed the entire dynamic of the show, softening a man who was built on silence, strength, and quiet pain. Arness understood that. He wanted Dillon to stay a mystery, a man who carried his emotions behind a wall of calm dignity. Amanda Blake, who played Miss Kitty, understood that too. Behind the scenes, she and Arness had a genuine friendship filled with laughter and mutual respect. They would often tease each other about how the fans were always waiting for that one romantic scene that never came. Blake once joked that they probably had more chemistry than most married couples on TV, and Arness agreed. But he still held firm. He knew that part of what kept viewers coming back was the tension between what could be and what never was. It was that quiet ache that made the story feel real. The kind of heartbreak that lingers in the background of a life filled with duty. In many ways, that decision made their relationship iconic. Every time Matt looked at Kitty with that distant, longing gaze, viewers could feel everything he wasn't saying. Every time Kitty smiled and said, "Be careful, Matt," you could sense all the love trapped behind those simple words. The absence of a kiss became a symbol, not of what was missing, but of what was too deep to express. It made Gunsmoke more human, more emotional, and infinitely more timeless. Their relationship became a masterclass in restraint, showing that sometimes silence says more than words ever could. Arness later explained that it wasn't just his decision, but something that everyone on the creative team supported. They all wanted Gunsmoke to stand apart from the typical Western love stories. This wasn't about cowboys chasing romance. It was about people surviving in a rough world where love had to wait behind locked hearts. Arness felt that Dillon's respect for Kitty was more important than physical affection. He saw her not just as a saloon owner or a love interest, but as his equal, strong, independent, and brave in her own right. Their relationship was built on understanding, not need. And in that, it became more powerful than any on-screen embrace could ever be. Even today, decades after Gunsmoke left the air, fans still talk about that missing kiss. Some say it was television's greatest what if, while others believe it was the very thing that made the show unforgettable. The love between Matt Dillon and Miss Kitty never needed to be sealed with a kiss because it was already written in every look, every pause, every goodbye. It was love restrained by time, duty, and circumstance, the kind that feels heartbreakingly real. James Arness didn't just play a cowboy. He embodied the quiet tragedy of a man who could never have the woman he loved, and that's why their story continues to echo through television history.